Alright, so let's check this Kendra G video out.
Hey,
Super
Kendra.
cute.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name, baby?
My name is Early, like early in the morning.
Is your name really early?
Yeah,
Now, are you always on time?
I have to be.
I was gonna say my last name I'm always late, so that would just be an oxymoron if my name was early and I'm always late. But you have to always be early.
I have to be, or else I get made fun of. So
Okay, don't cut your head off. They like you. They're saying yes. She's pretty.
oh, thank
All
you.
right, early. Where you calling her from?
I'm from LA, but I live in New York right now.
Okay. All the beautiful girls live in LA. I'm trying to tell y'all, they all around the city, child.
Yeah,
How old are you, early?
I'm.
To be honest, you know what? Women in these kind of cities, it makes you dime a dozen. It really makes it, honestly, you're nothing special, right? I mean, pretty women, especially in the top cities like New York, maybe Atlanta, LA, Vegas, shit like that. Yeah, you see pretty women all around.
30.
30. Okay, you look younger than 30.
Thank you.
What do you do for a living?
I am a fashion model, so I work
Fashion model. Yeah.
from LA to New York.
Okay. Make sure your head's not cut off, sweetheart. Okay. So we got early, LA 30, a fashion model. Do you have any children?
I do. I have a son. He's 3. I'm sorry. He just turned 4 this week.
Okay. Why you not with the father?
We're just not compatible. We broke up when my son was 6 months, but we got pregnant very early in the relationship, so sooner than we knew we weren't compatible for each other.
Okay. Okay.
So you let a man finish in you early on in the relationship. It's like you know what? It's like I'm kind of a little bit surprised. I thought more women actually are on birth control. I mean, like by the sound of it, right? Not many women are on birth control. Nor do they care if the man that they're dealing with, which barely knowing, wears a condom. It's like just the irresponsibility is just tiresome.
Fashion model for a 4-year-old son. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra.
You were never married, or have you been married?
No, never been married.
Okay. I think I got it all. Early is her name. LA 30, a Libra, fashion model, a mom to a 3-year-old. No, 4-year-old.
4 year.
4-year-old.
4.
4-year-old. All right, girlfriend. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for, like a old-fashioned, classic man, a provider, protector, a black man, a good.
Old-fashioned man, and yet you're a single mom in her 30s. It's like, are you an old-fashioned woman? It's like, woman. It's like sometimes, right? This is the thing where it amazes me that so many women have an ideal of a man, right? Provider type, old-fashioned, shit like that. Yet, do you, right, fall in line with that type? Because it's like they feel like their type of modern personality fits a old-fashioned type provider man. No, not really. It really don't, right? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying like it's not likely, right? Or it's just hard. This is the thing where most women, or they have the modern women ideology. So you don't really fit old school way of thinking because you counteract it. So let's say this, right? For example, and it's not like 100%, but it's generally like that. Men that are provider type, well, they're usually leader type men. So they're usually men that may want to be in charge, and that don't necessarily mix well with modern women personality?
Good-looking, handsome man. What else? Someone with great values, morals. You know, very wholesome, but likes to have fun. No craziness.
Wholesome. Again, you are a single mom, a child out of wedlock. You're not very moral, nor very wholesome.
No craziness. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers? Like my non-negotiables?
Yes.
I can't do liars. Like, that is non-negotiable for me. Cleanliness. Like, I am a mom, but I'm a mom to one kid. I don't need two kids. What else? I don't know. Height. Honestly, I'm 5'10", so I'm a tall woman. My minimum usually is like 6'4". That's like my bare minimum for men. I've been a little more open-minded lately, but 6'4" and up is preferable for me. Athletic.
Ain't that something, right? I mean, she's cute, right? Maybe borderline on pretty. But she's just another woman in the sea of hundreds of thousands to maybe even millions, to maybe even all, that want the same type of man. Tall, dark, handsome, most likely well off as well. Okay? Especially, well, definitely all black women want that, right? So really it's like, and now that doesn't even include all the other women that don't mind to go outside their race. So really it's like, this is the thing, right? In certain day and age, right, men had to compete for women because women were the prize. Most men wanted, certain women. So let's say, hypothetically, for her, if hundreds of thousands of men wanted her, she's definitely the prize, right? But now, more than ever, hundreds of thousands of women, and again, maybe even more, right, want the same type of man. And yet, most of the times, women like that, saying that they don't want to compete. Why would they compete? Men don't chase women anymore. Why? Why would these men want to chase women when really all these women want the same type of man? They want the same man. So why would he need to chase you when he's the prize? When he's the one that's desired, when he's the one that's wanted. Right? Why would he need to chase you?
Healthy. That's all I can think of right now. There's more, honestly, there's more. That's all I can think of off the top of my head.
So you live it because you're a model, so you're around tall men all the time, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Was your child's father tall?
Yeah, he's 6'4". He's honestly the shortest man I've dated. Yeah.
He's the shortest man you dated is 6'4"?
Yeah. He's my minimum.
So 6'4" is the minimum.
Yes.
So a guy 6 feet, you can't do that.
I don't know. They have to be like, they have to be the whole package for me to be like, okay, I can do this 6 feet.
And you see this, right? How almost non-negotiable certain things are, right? So this is the insanity where, fine, if your standards are so rock solid, now a man that meets it, you better be like impeccable. But this is the thing, a lot of times women don't understand. You're not. Again, this man is highly desirable. He can find a woman that's cute or pretty or, the 8s, the 9s, and so on. That's not a baby mama. That doesn't have a child. He can create his own families if he wanted to. He has the options. That's the thing women don't understand, right? You give these power to these men, And you wonder why. Oh my God, this guy's a liar. He's a cheater. He doesn't want to commit. Why? Because like you, he is desired, right? Like what you're doing, so many other women is doing the same thing, giving him the power, the desirability. Now, I'm not faulting him, right? More power to the man. But this is the thing where women don't understand. If you all want the same type of man, well, now he has so many women that want him. So why would you think that, oh, these men, oh my God, these men are so, they can't commit. They you know, like they want to date younger women, all this. Well, why? Because they have the opportunity. Women want them.
What? Okay. Well, listen, your reality is your reality. This is why I always ask people follow-up questions. But if you're, I mean, you are a fashion model, so I'm assuming you're around tall men all the time if you're a model. And you said 6'4" is the shortest man you ever dated. So, I mean, let's keep going. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
He has to make more than me. I make 6 figures, so he has to make more than me, for sure.
Is there a minimum?
A minimum that he can make?
Mm-hmm.
I've never thought about that. I don't know.
What'd you do?
I'm amazed. So many women on Kendra G's show makes a lot of money. It's fascinating. When only about 15% of the population, you know, makes 6-figure, and that's about 20 to 15%, right? Makes 6 figures, and that includes about, you know, both men and women. So it's amazing to me that it seems like that 20% or so are the ones that call into the dating show, right? It amazes me that so many women that makes so much money, right? 6 figures is not a small amount. I don't care what you say. So many women that make so much money are so single. It amazes me, right? It really does, because, wow, it seems like your accomplishments, your career, your money means nothing. It doesn't improve your standings with men, you know? And this is, again, like I said before, right? She wants, like all women, most women, majority of women, want the same type of man. Tall, dark, handsome, and a 6-figure man. Nothing new there. Nothing new there, right? But this is the thing what I said, right? This is the reality. Those men are highly desired, right? You wonder why, right? The high value men are so in desire. They're so desired. And why a lot of women can't find those men, or can't lock those men down, especially can't lock those men down, because, again, most women want him.
Just more than me, honestly. Because I take care of myself. So if he makes more than me, like, I'm happy. Obviously, the more the better.
Okay. If you made $85K, you couldn't do that.
No. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
I'm in New York. I've been New York and LA, the 2 most expensive cities in the country. So, like, 85K is not gonna fly with me. I'm sorry.
Okay. 110?
I would settle, depending on what he does.
Settle. She would settle. You're 6'4", which is what? 10% of the population? 6'4"? You're handsome towards her eyes, which is most likely, if you're handsome towards her, in her eyes, you're probably handsome to most women. And you make 110K. She's settling for you. The audacity, the entitlement for you to be a top percent man, like you are very rare, right? Very rare in the Western world. And this woman would settle for you? Absolute entitlement.
Girl, I ain't the damn judge. The hell? Talk about something I was So 110 is you would settle for 100.
I make more than 110, so I would prefer you make more than that.
Okay. Alright, so 6 figures, more than 110. I was trying to gauge a minimum. She canceled out 80, more than 110, more than 180.
I'll do 180.
Okay. 180, man. So not only 180, at least 6'4".
Yeah. Cultured, black man. I said cultured. You just need to go to the Lakers party. I'm from LA, but I live in New York.
Well, then go to all the NBA games and go to their parties. Fine, get close to one of the mamas or the wives, and go and hopefully she invites you over to one of their private parties, because that's where those men gonna be.
Yeah. So what? So you could become a baby mama of an NBA player? There's not a high likelihood of them marrying women that they see like this.
I'm trying to stay away from
it. Usually, what's interesting is usually there's a 6 feet. 6 feet, child.
I'm 5'6".
6 feet, you probably got to make 500.
My heels minimum are 4 inches. So with heels, I'm 6'2". You know, I like to look up at the man.
I will say this. I definitely understand the tall request from tall women. Because all women want to have most, whether height should matter or not, I understand tall women wanting tall men. Because you want a man that you can look up to. So it's fair. I'm understanding. It's just, I'm trying to think of the pool of these men. But let's keep going. So at least 180. Let's do the Kendra can.
Should I? Let me see. I have a mirror right here. Should I do a mirror shot?
We can try that. Okay. Oh, you definitely have the model shape. Okay. Ooh, pose for us. Okay. We got early, LA, 30, Libra.
Again, she's not bad looking, right? But this is the thing, right? These men, it's not like she's asking for an average man. So really, it's like, yeah, an average man would fall in love with you, with your looks. Again, the man that you're asking for, your looks is a dime a dozen. NBA players, let's say that, right? Hypothetically, NBA players. You're just one in a sea of many the same women. Probably even some even better. So really, it's like, okay, great, you're cute, you're skinny, you're tall, or whatever. So,
I'm out to a 4-year-old. Could the guy have kids?
I'm okay with kids, as long as he has a good relationship with the baby mom.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Do you want more kids yourself?
I want like one more kid.
One more kid. Okay. When was your last relationship?
3.5 years ago.
3.5 years ago. Here's the deal. I want to say this. A 6, she said she's looking for a man that doesn't exist. I'm interested to see who said that, and I'm going to respond to that. Ken Prince 305 said she's looking for a man that doesn't exist, so Kendra runs a fairy tale show. Well, I will say this. This is what I said.
I've met them before.
Well, okay. Before I say what I'm going to say, what happened to the men that are your height and make your salary amount? What happened? Did you date them?
So now that I'm a mom, it's a little different. Like I don't have as much patience as I used to. So I'm so easy to cut stuff off sooner than later. Before I was a little more patient and I would give people more chances and stuff to try to like see. Now I'm just like one little red flag and you're done. So.
And what are normally the red flags that make you be out?
Like my non-negotiables, like a little ounce of lying.
This is the thing, right? The things that women ask for, right? Like, let's say tall, handsome, makes a certain amount of money. It's not like they don't date those men, right? I mean, obviously they have. But again, these are the men that kind of fits their standards. No man is perfect. You can't ask for, he needs to this, that, right? He needs to be tall, handsome, rich, morally sound, right? Commitment minded, emotionally intelligent, just a mind reader, whatever. It's like, this is like a Build-A-Bear kind of shit, right? Build-A-Man. Women just pop in every single trait or personality type, everything that they can think of. Yes, essentially, the men that women ask for don't exist, right? It's either these men don't exist, or they are so rare that you will have to be a goddess yourself. You have to be so amazing, so absolutely perfect that he would choose you. Because he's so rare, he's so in demand. Like, he can get women like that. He has the same pool as other women, right? How women can get men so easily. But they never understand. The top percent men, the men that are so rare, they do not have problems with women. They can find a woman that they can commit with if they want to. They don't. That's the thing. Because, again, these men, because it's funny, women are the ones that usually have the high standards. Because there's so many men that want them, they are able to have these high standards and shift through these, men that maybe not fit it. But on the flip side, these top percent men, they have the power, they are in a position where they have the say, right? They can have high standards because they fit most to maybe all women's standards, right? So that's the thing. So these men, no duh that maybe they're not worried about you. Maybe they don't need to commit to you. Maybe they don't see a whole lot of value in you because they are the prize.
What
did you say, honey?
I said like a little bit of lying, or like if I feel like I can't trust you for whatever reason, like I'm good.
Do you think that you being a mother, does that interfere with some of these men or no?
No, I don't think so. But now I look in the eyes of being a mom. I'm just like, would I want this man around my kid? Because I don't bring my kid around just anybody. So it's like, if I feel like you're not a man that I would want my son to somewhat look up to because you're going to be around him, then I cut it off too.
Okay. I want to say this to the guy that said what he said. That guy does exist. Do we all watch basketball? We see 6'4" black men who make a lot of money, play basketball every day. So,
but are they morally sound? Are they commitment minded? Would they lie to her? I mean, it's like Kendra, don't be an idiot. Because what she says, essentially, this man probably doesn't exist. Or again, if he exists, he is so rare. He is in so much demand. Practically all women want him. But like I said, you don't forget, morally sound, has principles, commitment minded, want to be a husband, want to be a father to, her child.
Does he exist? Absolutely. Is he a 1% man? Absolutely. So that's what it is. They exist, like I said, the NBA. I literally just posted a video with a guy that's 7 feet. He's actually on his way to the NBA. So they exist. The question then comes, are they aligned with what you desire? And that's you're an attractive girl. We said that when you first came on. You're in great shape. You're around these men. You thought I was joking. I wasn't. Go to NBA games, become friends with one of the wives, and get into that circle. Because that's where the man you described pretty much is.
Yeah. Yeah, I've dated the athletes before. I'm kind of like over that phase. I don't know.
Why? Because again, she's just one of the roster. I mean, most women, they shouldn't be stupid, which is really crazy what Kendra's doing. You are just one in a sea of women that want them. You think she's pretty, right? Well, her looks is nothing to these men. It just fascinates me where women think they're so special, but they're only special to men that are below them. Men that are equal to them or above them, they're not. Women like this is not special. They're definitely not special to the entertainers. No, because again, the entertainers, rappers, actors, all these men that are very well known, that have money, they can get women. It's easy.
Okay. So what other? I guess you could be 6'4" and not an athlete and do well. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe a man that's no longer in the.
Maybe I'll lower the height a little bit. Like 6'4" and up is what I'm used to. The last guy I like dated was 6'2", and I was okay with that because he, checked all the other boxes. So like I said, I'm very much open minded. It's just
And yet it didn't work out. This is the thing, right? Women date the men that they ask for, and yet it doesn't work out. Women, this is the I think the self lie that a lot of women go through. You think these men that kind of meets your standards are inexhaustible. They're infinite, right? There's so many of these men out there that you don't have to worry about. There will always be, like I've heard it so many times, right? Oh, I've dated plenty of millionaires. Okay. But it's like, millionaires are what? 1% of the population? So you've dated so many, you think you can continue dating these men? Is insane to me. Insanity.
preference. I would prefer somebody much taller.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's keep going. All right, I asked you your last relationship. Okay. Um, excuse me. Also, was it your son's father?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
As of this year, I'm a virgin.
Oh, are y'all resetting the year? Y'all resetting the
If we're
year?
if we're going based off of 2024, I'm a virgin for sure.
Okay. Someone said, and I think I did ask her this question. Someone said she she's dated those men, but what happened to them? We totally did have that conversation. You said that the way you're describing it was more so on you, that a little bit of lying, you keep it going. So
Yeah, I feel
for
like
that person who said I didn't ask that question, I did. We already had that conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you didn't dig in deep, right? You didn't really dig in it. Again, these men are not inexhaustible. There's not an infinite amount of these men, right? This is why I love like Kevin Samuels, right? He used facts and statistics because these women they don't understand reality. Yes, you've dated these men, but there comes a point where you know what? These men are not everywhere you see, okay? So it's like there comes to a point where it's either, you know what, this type doesn't fit you, or I don't know. You have to wake up. You have to figure something out because obviously you don't like these type. You don't like this type of man. I mean, come on.
All right. 3 flaws you have to work on.
3 flaws I have to work on. I don't know. No, I'm so perfect. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. 3 flaws I have to work on. Just being more open-minded, I guess. A little more open-minded. Being more present in the moment, just not holding on to the past. And 3 flaws. That was 2. I don't know. I gave you 2 out of 3. I think that's better than nothing.
And someone said there are called lawyers and doctors. Are those the only professions y'all think exist?
I feel like those are the worst, though. Lawyers and doctors, those are the worst professions.
I think here's the deal. We're in 2024. When we grew up, those were very popular professions that we would think of that did well. But 2024, there's all types of millionaires and all types of fields, child. Like lawyers and doctors. And also, when I challenge them.
And there's all types of millionaires? It's like, I'm sorry, right? A lot of times, Kendra shows that she is a woman. Because this is the delusion. There's not that many millionaires. I mean, it's like, it's just like, it's just really ridiculous, right? It's really ridiculous. I just find it stupid.
I want to think of this too. Think of the type of lifestyle that you desire. Like, you know, no diss to doctors, but doctors work a lot. They work a lot. They're not always available. Like, you got to think, don't just go off of the Cosby Show. That's where I think we got it from. Because Heath Cliff was a doctor and Claire was a lawyer. There's more professions, black community, than those two. We'll keep going. All right. Early is her name. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because it's me. I don't know. I'm already a mom, so I'm very like motherly in that sense, and like I feel like I can make a house a home very easy. Like I do everything. I cook, I clean, take care of the kids. I'm very feminine. Like I just need like a masculine man to come in and just add to this. I'm already good on my own with my son, so the man that I would want is somebody that would just come in and add to that.
Okay.
Okay, so before, I want to make it crystal clear, right? So I don't want to go off of like just random. I mean, again, the things the percentage I think about is just off the top of my head. So millionaires are 8.8% of American population, and that includes men and women. Okay, that includes all types of people, like, you know, LGBT, all that stuff, right? So that's everyone that can hit the millionaire mark. So 8.8%. So let's say about 9% of the population. Okay, that's decent. I mean, I thought it was lower than that, but that doesn't see that. So that, but like I said, right, that doesn't include, let's say, only black men, right? So millionaires, 8.8 or 9% of the population. Now, again, only, right, let's say 6-figure, 100K annually, right? That is about 34% of the population, which is decent, right? But that is only 100K, about 100K. Now, 100K to about 150K, okay, it is 15% of the population. 15% of the population. Again, that doesn't include, you know, that's not a breakdown of, let's say, only black men. So, again, I think those are pure Google numbers. So, I mean, it's higher than I thought it was, but again, this is not a breakdown of, let's say, white men, black men, Asian men, shit like that, okay? It's not a breakdown of, you know, individual groups, right? This is a all-encompassing population thing, okay? So take it with at least understand it. So I'm assuming, I'm not spending more time looking at it, but the percent of men she wants, right? Let's just say the 150K. Maybe that's 5% of the population, right? Because I'm not breaking it down, but let's say I think it's highballing it, maybe 5% of the population. That makes about 150K. And that doesn't, see, that also doesn't include height. That doesn't include height. That doesn't include looks. These are the things, right? When you break things down, that percent, even though maybe say 15% maybe seems high, or 9% for millionaires may seem high, but you don't break it down even smaller to, like, let's say height, looks, race, shit like that. So that percent, like I said, it'd probably be 1%, if that.
You keep saying because it's men that you joke, but I do believe you honestly feel that way.
Wait, say it
I
again.
don't think you're joking. No, earlier when I said something, you said I didn't have any flaws. I can tell you're very confident. I mean, you're a model. You're a model, so you have to be.
But that ego, right? The confidence, it's a downfall, right? For women, confidence like that will be a downfall for women who wants top percent men, right? Because your confidence, great for you, right? But it means nothing to these men because, again, you're just another woman in a sea of dozens, millions, or whatever.
Confident, and I mean, you get paid to be pretty.
Yeah, and I'm used to rejection too, so it's like I would love to be told like, what am I doing wrong? Like, let me know so I can work on it. But there's just
Well, this is what I would say. I don't know about doing wrong. I can tell you're in the world. Like if you're saying the shortest man you ever dated is 6'4", then that means you're around those type of men on a regular. So that's your reality, which is fair. Now, do you want?
But this is the thing, right? When Kendra's not saying her reality. Yes, she's dating these men. The men that are good looking, the men that are 6, whatever, the men that makes the money she wants. And yet, she cannot get a successful relationship. What is that? It's like sometimes like you're not thinking straight. You're not critically thinking. When you are around so many men that fits your standards, yet you cannot get a relationship from these men. I mean, you can't put 2 plus 2 together.
Want marriage or no? Do you not want marriage?
I'm like so.
Okay.
If I never get married, I'd be okay with that. But I would love to be married and like give that to my son and like have another child too and show them like a 2-parent household.
Right. I think that it's dope. You mentioned your son a couple of times and how whoever you date, it has to match well with your son. So I just think that character needs to trump everything since you're thinking of your son, right? Not saying it's not going to happen. It seems like you haven't found it yet, though. You've been dating a lot of tall men who make your salary requirement, but for some reason you keep canceling them out because they're not good enough to be around your son. So am I telling you to date a man that's 5'8" or 5'9"? I'm not really saying that. But what I'm saying is if the character is most important, lead there. So if you meet a guy that is just taller than you, is going to love on you and treat your son good, or maybe even your height, who knows, that should be first.
Yeah.
I don't think you have
I'm
to
a
worry
lot more
about
open-minded now than I was before.
I think I do think you're going to attract me.
I think that's doubtful. I honestly, now she could be, but I honestly think it's a rare thing for women to go 180. I don't know with what they want, right? She said it. She's dated all these men that fits her requirement, so she's used to it. So let's say she dates a man that's 5'8", right, and he's personality is perfect, but she will see other flaws. Like, oh my God, I'm not attracted to him. Shit like that. So I just really doubt it.
With money, even though men will say you have a child, I still think you're going to attract guys with money, so I don't think you have to really worry.
Yeah. I mean, not for commitment.
Too much about that. I mean, if you're in New York, in LA, and you're a model, you're going to be in circles with money. So, but I will say this. I love that you called me, but you're going to have a faster chance in your reality. So do not negate your reality. If you're around these tall men that got money, get to know them, because that's going to be a faster way for you to close the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with all that being said early, how can a guy reach out to you?
That's what I'm saying, right? I guess this is the format of her show, right? She's just out to help them or just to advertise them, but it's like, and that's part of why I do my shit, right? I mean, this is the I've said it. Women are not gonna have a hard time finding men, but what they will have a hard time is finding men that they want. The problem, right? The danger is that she'll probably feel like she's settling, right? Let's like what Kendra said, right? Oh man, that's 5'8", but he has the personality you want, morally sound, all that shit. She will feel like she's settling for the man, and that is a poison, right? That is poisonous to a relationship. When a woman feels like she's settling for you, she will look down on you. She will treat you like a doormat. I guarantee it. So yeah, I don't think it's I think it's a recipe for disaster. Women like this, she's cute, but then again, the man that she wants, her looks is nothing special. In the eyes of the men that she wants, her looks is just a dime a dozen. She will just be another notch on a man's high value man's belt. That's it, right? So, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?